Alright guys, welcome back indeed. So right now we're actually in the process of looking for some armor, because I mentioned the one that we had is kind of bad and we can definitely use an upgrade here. So went over to the website, body armor, we selected that, and then we're looking for something that has 5 links right now, and I specifically need at least 2 of them being green, and then looking at what I have right here, I have 3 green. Ideally that would be really nice if there's 3 green. Ideally if we can have 1 red, and then the rest, I honestly don't really mind too much what the other color is. So we'll go ahead and check out what we can go ahead and get. Actually, this doesn't look too bad, and this only costs 1 Chaos Orb. Now, if you guys don't have a Chaos Orb, don't worry, you don't have to get this, but I'm just kind of gauging, like, this is about the time that you'd have one, and I can grab this one or this one. This one has 3% movement speed, and you guys know we all about speed. This guy's AFK, so we won't go ahead and hit him up. Sometimes they will un-AFK, so that can be nice, but we're kind of just checking out what the market is, and usually these won't cost that much. If you don't happen to have these currencies over here, you can actually convert some of the other things into the Chaos Orb. So some of the things that you might have that you might not have used, maybe a Chromatic Orb. So remember, what we're looking for is a Chaos Orb. And so what we have is, let's say, Chromatic Orbs. So you go ahead and hit that, you search, and you want to scroll down. Usually the better offer is on the top, but they only want to buy Chromatic Orbs from you if you have 280. So what you're looking for is like this one over here. So 10 of these will equal 1 Chaos Orb. And more than likely, you guys probably have a bunch of them. Here's how much I end up having. I've got, oh, you guys can't see this, but I've got 12 over here. So more than likely, you guys have probably, I was using some of these dumb to kind of show you guys. So you guys probably have a bunch of those. But if you don't have those, try another currency. If you're like, I don't have 12 of those. You probably don't have a lot of these other ones, but like you'll have, I'd say like on the upper left area, you definitely won't have like any of these. But you might have some of the Gem Crush Prism. You can go ahead and hit that, and then you can see that 5 of these equals 3 of these. And, you know, again, 2 to 1. Some of them, like, as you scroll down, the ratios get worse and worse, so keep that in mind as well. But I think this was a good time to go ahead and show you guys us purchasing armor live over here. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh, because some of these things get bought out quite quick. And one of those AFK guys might have actually returned. This one actually looks really good. It's got some life. What we're really looking forward to is extra life. And ideally, we can get some armor. Ideally, let's go ahead and try to get some armor here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to armor just so I can show you guys. Let's go ahead and type in, let's say like 200. And then I want like 200 evasion. So this way, it will be like kind of like green and red more than likely. If I get a blue, it's not the end of the world, because I already said I wanted 3 greens at least in the item. Obviously, we want them linked too. So I made sure that it's 5 links. There's 1 red and 3 green at least in this. So if we can get also some resistances here, and instead of them being like white, what we can do is we can go to the rarity and we can change it to a, let's try unique. I mean, you never know when someone posts something for pretty cheap. And since I want to keep this at like a reasonable pace, I have more Chaos Orbs. Remember, we got that Exalted Orb a long time ago. But I'm not going to go ahead and buy something that's like super expensive that you guys won't be able to afford, that will completely change your game. So there's nothing in that price range that's going to be a unique. So let's go ahead and now go to rare. I'm just going to see what pops up. And then this is kind of just like testing out certain things. There's only 1 over here. All right, do I have an Alk? Oh, we have 5 Alks. So I can actually RNG maybe get something better. This is actually a pretty good item. It's got 66 life too on it, which is quite great. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to go ahead and hit any, and make sure you select whatever level you are. You're probably about the same level as I am right now. Or you can just select like 1 or 2 higher. Sometimes you'll get a much better result. There's only 2 different ones over here. So this one over here could be potentially better, but it could be worse. Let's go ahead and whisper him and try to pick this up. So we're going to once again just paste it after you go ahead and hit the copy to clipboard. This is my guild stash space. We'll see if they have anything cool. There's another Death's Harp. Someone else was doing the same thing I was doing, which is getting this thing. There's also a gold rim. This is another great lower level item. It gives you up to 40 to all elemental resistances, which is a great leveling tool. In fact, we could probably benefit off of it right now, but I'm not going to use anything from here because I feel like that's kind of cheating. All right, so that guy didn't respond. Totally fine. No big deal. If he doesn't respond, we go ahead and hit up this guy. And if this guy doesn't respond, we go to someone else. This is legitimately how you play the game. And I want to show you guys everything. That's why sometimes, we'll wait. Some other times I'll fast forward, but this is a very a real moment in Path of Exile, sitting there sometimes and just going through the trades. So now we're going to go ahead and lower these numbers, and maybe we can get a better result here. And I still want to keep it at like 1 Chaos Orb, because I do want to make this a realistic scenario. Okay, it looks like those are the only 2 guys that have them, that have armor but honestly, like, we can do without the armor. Not that big of a deal. I do want some sort of evasion. I'm going to sort it by the evasion. Oh, this one right here gets 3 movement speed? Whoa, I want this one. What? This one is it. This one is way better. What? Okay, let's grab this one. Because we're going to be able to scale evasion much better. This one is actually a lot better, but I want to get this one specifically to show you guys. Oh, wait, I had to make sure we're in MetaMorph, okay. Because, like, no one was responding, and this legitimately happens so often in this game. It is kind of annoying, though. It really is, but it's the game, man. It is the game. And sometimes you gotta make sure you don't message the same person. I'm going to message this guy now. But you can see we've messaged how many people right now? 4 people. 0 people have responded. It's just a real downside of this game. I really wish they changed this. In fact, it's actually a huge discussion point. And hopefully they will address this in the future. But you'll also be able to see the strength, dexterity requirements. I'm sure we meet all of them because of our items. Sometimes you have to double check whatever you're replacing. Make sure that you are able to get whatever you are swapping. Because if it gives you a bunch of strength, the other item that you grab might not have it. Alright, so that guy is also not responding. But I don't know if this guy... Did we whisper this guy already? Okay, we whispered that guy also. Alright, what I'm going to do is... we're just going to go ahead and keep that open, and we'll refresh that later as we level up, and we'll see if things change. There's a new person. Maybe one of them's like, hey, dude, I was sorry. I'm back now. So, it does happen. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go back over here, and it says Kitava's awakened and destroying Oriath. Travel back through the Templar Court to Oriath Square to find the entrance to Ossuary. Once inside, okay, we're going to do whatever. Oh, you know what? We have a bunch of items that we didn't get rid of. Go back. And,
peace to you.
Actually, we'll go ahead and identify these. If you run out of scroll of identities, that's 8% attack speed too. But I can't give up the 15 attack speed, and also the triple frenzy charges will outweigh it with the power charges. It's got fire and lightning resistance. We need this. Literally like rolled too many good things. It's literally like, yo, oh, it didn't roll too green. Okay, you know what we can do? So I can show you guys this anyways. I want this to be double green, and it has a pretty high chance to be double green. Why? Because it has just evasion. It doesn't have like, if it had energy shield or like armor, that would change the colors. But this was like, it's just asking for it. When it gave me fire and lightning resistances, and that's kind of what I was needing. Yeah, as you progress in the game, whoops, that's the guild stash. I'm not giving them this. This is not an expensive item. It's just, I like it for leveling up. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue on now. And at level 49, we will get an upgrade with that gem.
What in damnation have you done?
Alright, I'm gonna go over here. Now everything is on fire. I'm gonna go backwards. Even though it says we're supposed to go up over here, you can see up and to the left, we're actually going like downwards. Again, don't always trust the thing. Like, because this doesn't show a skill, I can't do this. So we got our little golem buddy here, and he just gives us extra regeneration. He's actually great early on if you don't have any life regeneration. The mines are great to go into too. I'm probably not going to dip into them until like way later. But if you are lacking in currency, like if you're doing like, yo, I don't have those chaos orbs, that could be a good way to go ahead and get some relatively easy. Now's at the point where I think we'll actually get chaos orbs that will drop a little bit more frequently.
Sounds good. Does it work?
Oh, there's that silver coin. Maps have 25% chance to be one of 4 angles. Oh, okay. I feel like I haven't played. I didn't play for the past like with last league. The Blight. I didn't really play that one, so I don't know if there's like more variety with the maps. But I definitely feel like there has been a lot more since I last played. I didn't click on the sulfite. Just breezing through that content. Oh, we're supposed to find the 3 sulfites in here. There's another one nearby. I'll get it for him. It's part of like a thing for the guy Nico. But if you don't fill them up, don't worry. That's not like a huge priority. So we're still going back? Okay. Oh, this is more or less the same map. So I'm guessing they just kind of tilted it, right? It's kind of smart, you know. It feels newer. You know, back in the day, a lot of game developers had to think about these things to like recycle content in a better way, right? We go elsewhere. Okay, we gotta go this way. Sign of Purity. Is there like a secret? Oh, we're gonna walk all the way around. We just go so fast with the Onslaught. I can't wait till we just get Onslaught. And that's in 3 levels. Also, if we get that dash on another 20% cooldown reduction. What's the cooldown on it? 1 second cooldown, 1.23, and then it'll be on almost like a 1 second cooldown. So that's the 40. 40 glow's not bad. Some of these artilleries. That's a separate coin. I'm gonna skip on that one. I think I need to remove that sound. I think I mentioned it before, but sign of purity. All right. And now we can get that crafting recipe. So we're going to use that. Oh, it's basically going all the way back. Okay. Nice. But I'm guessing you're playing also Deadeye, Red Crow? Oh, what are you playing this this patch? There's a lot of... Oh, here, we can definitely make an organ. And I feel like the blisses don't last very long. Is there a totems last longer? I think we're... This one's kind of far away. I want to complete the monster here. It'd be cool if you can put that in the MetaMorph thing. You'd have like a part of one of the I just call them loot goblins. Oh, you forgot about this game since Modern Warfare came out? Oh, you still playing that? I know that the season pass came out for that game. I'm like, I don't know. I just didn't enjoy the game, so I haven't been playing it. It's too campy for me. Does it say how long it lasts? It lasts 8 seconds. There we go. Did he drop nothing? Oh, we got a portal scroll at least off of him. Alright, so this is where we need to go over here, but I just wanted to summon the boss over there. And we have another skill point, so let's go put that to use over here. And, well, I should show you guys the ice shot, but all it does is it increases the area of effect, which is the little like spikes that will come out of it, and then it'll also pierce, which means it will go through 3 additional targets, which is quite nice. But it's not something that is going to be like game changing right now. What will be game changing though is that extra movement speed. Where is it? It's, trying to debate if I want a path. Wait, what is it? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's definitely. Well, I want a path and get Art of the Gladiator anyway, so. We're finally at 1K life though. It took us a long time. I'll be honest, this is a lot longer than normal for us to be this low at life. But I also usually don't play bow. I play melee, so. Oh, all confusing. Nice. We could probably get a boss over here too. Chance. The lung and the liver. Grab that. Oh, we got close to dying though. There's another 4-link. Oh, but that can actually be a chromatic orb, right? Oh no, it's a 3. I think we already have the lung, brain. Oh, there we go. I don't even look at it. I just go all the way to. Later, we'll probably need to look at see what the heck it is. Like maybe we're like bad against like a cold monster, right? I'll have to think about that kind of stuff. Or like it'll have a certain drop. Maybe just get a divination card. I don't really. I actually no. I did explain it. I didn't explain the stack decks, which we'll explain when we get one. Which basically just comes down to like RNG, another card. Alright, so coming up to a boss. So that thing that we gotta place it over here and we gotta kill Kitava. Watch out for his hand. Actually does a lot of damage. I'm gonna look at totems lasting a little bit longer. I would like them to last a decent amount of time because I feel like they just go way too fast. But I guess we can just place them down. I mean, it's 8 seconds. Most of the engagements in this game are quite fast. Like I said, don't worry if you die. Since we're playing software, honestly. You just go right back in. Some bosses are like that, though. So once you knock him, his heart will come out, and you'll shoot the heart. I'll place it right back in. You can see like he's kind of coming out of the statue now. Obviously, life leech. He does hit pretty hard.
My mana is gone.
The flame of hope may flicker, but it cannot be extinguished. There is no shame in falling to a god.
So he was too strong for us. No, it's like that for everyone. It's basically kind of like setting up that, oh, this guy's too powerful for us right now. And now we're going to go ahead and sail back to Ray class, which is actually kind of returning to Act 1 in a sense, but it's been changed. So this is Act 1, but now you can see
Despite your best efforts,
the differences, and we'll see some more familiar faces. Go ahead and get rid of this.
Can't see why I'd want to do that.
Hello.
Stay sharp out there.
I'm sure you guys remember this guy. Alright, so
Welcome.
there is, hold on, let me double check on the passive quest for Act 5. Okay, we'll just do the quest. Actually, if we go back to Act, so there's like part 1 and 2 of like the game, and basically it's like kind of the same in a sense. And they do recycle content, but they switched up so it's not like super same. Anyways, we're actually going to do this Kitava's Torment quest, which is in Act 5, and the reason why is because it's going to give us a passive skill. So anyways, here's where it's located. So we're going to go to the Ruin Square. It's a really easy quest, so it's just basically just grab some items. Oh, we already have this? Oh, what the heck? I clicked on it, nothing happened. Oh, maybe it's like, it's saying that you already did it. But we'll get there fast. So I'm gonna be in the bottom corner too. Yeah, I'm gonna do my geardy like that. Close enough, man. You here. So what we're looking for is the parts. Oh, there's a 4. And it's better than what we got, I guess, right now. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I need to scroll. Extra life and some cold resistance. Well, this one gives us cold resistance anyways. This one does give us extra speed, but like the 4 link is probably worth it. I do want to get a better item. I'm going to get a 5 link. We're going to get a 5 link. Which is what we were trying to buy in the very beginning of this part of our playthrough here, but unfortunately just it didn't pan out. Literally 4 people just AFK'd, but sometimes what happens is people list stuff for a price and they don't remove it, and they're like, it's not even worth selling anymore because it's like they've gotten further into the game and they don't want that stuff. But a lot of people will run bots that they'll sell like very like small items, but it all adds up. I actually do love the people that do that. They'll sell stuff for like 1 alc that are like really low level items. It helps out the community so much, honestly. Although a lot of people hate bots. And like I can understand where they're coming from, but like on the smaller items, it really makes the quality of life so much better for like the newer players. At least that's how I feel. Blood Dance would be good for us.
Sounds good. Does it work?
Some better. Ooh, taking some extra burn damage. Actually, did so much damage to us. It's ridiculous. Alright, come up to another one of the parts. Find the last of it. Oh, there's like 1 more, I guess. Okay, so we got the hair, the jaw, and then gotta get 1 more part. Oh, it's over, way over in the corner that we already went through. But like I said, because we got all that movement speed, we fast. No problem. No problem. We didn't click on it. And then got the tooth. Alright, so one thing I want to mention, if you ever run out of the portal scrolls or wisdom scrolls, you can actually go to the vendor.
You're still alive.
And you can sell them the Orb of Transmutation, and it's a ratio of 1 to 4. So if I put 4 here, or if I put 1 in here, it'll give you 4 scrolls of wisdom. And then you can also take, what is it alterations? Alterations can also equal wisdom. But yeah, you can look up these vendor recipes. In fact, I'll try to remember this, but you can just Google Path of Exile vendor recipes if I happen to forget about actually adding that link in the description.
Now,
Good luck out there.
can't see why I'd want to do that here.
Okay, so we're gonna get another passive. Now we have double passives, so that puts us a little bit closer to where we're going over here. I want to get that so bad. What is that? 2, 5. It's a lot more damage too, but we probably should get health. Oh, by the way, if you're following me for this playthrough, and you're following along here, I would recommend not going and grabbing this. I would probably recommend getting more life, honestly. I don't think these ones are bad over here that gives evasion on life, because you'll eventually want to path up here anyway. So if you want to, start pathing up this way, and you can grab the blood siphon. That's also a pretty good thing to have. And then also assassination and trickery are great as well.
Hello.
Alright, so now that we finished that quest, let's go ahead and go back to Act 6 over here. And in Act 6 there's also a few quests. We're at 26 minutes for this one. We should definitely also look at those items that we were trying to get before. Let's go ahead and refresh the page. So you can leave it on the page and it'll just search for the same thing. I feel like we definitely need to get a better upgrade here. So let me go ahead and actually, it doesn't really matter where we're at. So we see 3 different items. Okay, one of them is AFK. Which one do I want? I would rather have this one is way more evasion. But this one is white, and I can show you guys what happens when we go ahead and roll it. So let's go ahead and do that. And the other one was... Sometimes you can scroll up to check if you message the person again, but I mean, honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I know sometimes people that don't want to message the same person like twice if they didn't respond. So we'll go ahead and message both of them. Honestly, I could buy both if I need to, but like it's really not that big of a deal if you just tell someone, "Oh, I already got the item, sorry." Let's talk to this guy.
Welcome.
There's someone else that's... Oh, it's in Navali again. It's always Navali. Always Navali. I'll throw this in here. Just because anyone else wants it. Because I'm trying to get into... Dude, no one's responding on these trades. It's unfortunate. We're stuck with it. We're stuck with this... Oh, already sold. Oh, it's too good of a deal. Alright, we'll progress a little bit more here. And at level 50, I'll bump it up to 2 Chaos. That's like our budget here. Because, I mean, it's only a 5 link. But it's because maybe I wanted specific colors. And sometimes, when you're playing a certain league, like everyone wants to play bow. Which is why I'm doing the tutorial on bow. Otherwise, I would have rolled Flicker Strike 100%. Because of the multi-strike plus gen. And also the ease to make that flicker with the reverse. It's like a reverse bleed build. You actually bleed yourself, but you become immune to bleed. That's how it works. There's a lot of enemies here with the monster organ drops. So we can definitely craft one over here. I like this league so much though, like compared to the last one. I feel like the last one was just way too slow. This one, I really am not a fan of picking up the items though. I wish it would just automatically pick them up and then you'd... Because I know the whole idea is to make the item feel like it has weight by like, oh, you have to pick it up, what is it? But honestly, everyone's just going to pick them up because it doesn't go in your inventory anyways, right? So then people just spam pick them up. And then, at the very end, when you see what parts you have to craft, oh my gosh, look how many there are! This is huge! What? There's so many organs! So many monster parts. Nice. Brain... Okay, we can finally summon them, but there might be more. And I believe you can only get one in each area, and then if we kill it, oh my gosh, we almost died. But I like that. That's the thrill. It makes the game more exciting. That's why some people, they play hardcore. I play softcore, but I play like really dangerous. I don't want that quiver. We need to get a quiver upgrade. Now we have Pierce. What does this one give us? Increase 5 to 11? What does this give us? It gives us attack speed. Oh, it converts 50% of our physical damage converted to fire. That's why I've got so much extra bonus damage on elemental damage. Because I'm like, I don't even know how we're getting that much bonus LA damage on it. But that's fine. Do I care about the thing piercing a target? How much damage do we lose if we swap? It's fine. I don't really need the pierce. It's really not that big of a deal. If I really wanted pierce though, I could just go ahead and go up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'd have pierce. And I might actually path this way instead of this way. Is probably smarter because it's got health. But I can also go this way, and then I probably won't go up there. But I recommend it. Anyways, let's go and continue on. Spawn the MetaMorph thing. Actually, we probably should have collected these first. And this one, we'll look at it. This one drops additional rare weapons. Oh, rare armor. Okay. Extra cold damage, extra projectiles. Like I said, I'm gonna. Ooh, this one drops additional currency items, but this one's like unique, so you gotta go for the uniques. At least that's my thought process. And we're coming up to a boss over here. Alright.
He did this to me. The King of Brian. And he wants me to be... Oh God. Please. I don't know how I'm doing this, nor if I may again. Help me. Help us before...
It's a mermaid. Alright. Thought it was somewhere. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, usually it's like upwards here. Alright, the Karui Fortress over here. This will be a good closure here. Oh, is there more organs over here? What's this? Yeah, it's more organs. How much damage does this do by itself? Let me see. It's doing okay damage. It's not like one-shot things like I am, but...
Sounds good. Does it work?
Alright. This little totem was on the ground, which is a mechanic we'll have to learn about very soon. Should grab the organs. No. Yeah, Mirage Archer's still like fine. I wouldn't say it's like nerfed so bad that I wouldn't use it. Unless like maybe like super late game. Took a lot of damage though.
My mana is gone.
What am I missing here from this? $49? Yeah, okay. Oh, we're missing brains. Okay. Three more over here. Heart. Brain. There we go. That is indeed enough. Like I said, you can read those. You'll probably eventually want to do that. Oh my gosh, there's a lot over here. Extra damage to our attacks. Okay, let's go and check that out. Extra projectile speed, some physical damage, some life. Not too bad. Is Lacerate Gladiator still viable? I'm sorry, I couldn't answer that. Someone else just answered it for me, though. It doesn't look nerfed. I recommend it. Alright, but we gotta fight this boss, and this will be a good closure here to our playthrough. And I guess something else dropped that I should be picking up, I guess. What the essence is. But this guy's not the easiest, so if you die here, like, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. So how this guy works is he summons a totem, and you don't want to get hit by it. Then there's these other totems that are linked to him, and you want to kill those so you can actually damage him. It's basically like a tether to it. And if you don't kill it, then he doesn't take any damage. Ooh, he hits hard. But during this whole time, you gotta watch out for the totem. He's a cool boss. He honestly felt about the same as far as difficulty. Because they were supposed to up the difficulty of everything, but I think everyone's just gotten maybe better at the game. Or we've just gotten better items. Alright.
Farewell.
So now this is something that I'm going to go ahead and actually explain here. Now that we've defeated one of the minor gods over here, which we're going to go ahead and equip. So this is a mechanic. If you want to think of it kind of like Paragon in Diablo, it's not really like the same mechanic at all, but I'm saying that in the sense where it's like you just get it's a free stats, okay? So there's a bunch of different, there's major gods and there's minor gods. We just unlocked our first one over here, which is the Soul of Tukohama. So it says, while stationary, gain 2% additional physical damage reduction every second up to a maximum of 8. For our class, we probably won't be using that, but also makes it so while stationary, we're going to go ahead and get some extra life regeneration, which is nice. But again, for our class, we're not going to really utilize it. But all you have to do is click on it, and it'll give you the free passive ability. But there's all these other ones that we'll be unlocking later, and we'll go ahead and select them. But you'll see also it says Capture Tussin Warmaker. So in order to get that ability, you actually have to capture him. You actually have to defeat that person, and then you'll kind of gain kind of part of his like ability. It's a cool concept. I really do like it. I wish it was more so like on chance effect. You would activate, like for example, killing Tukohama. It'd be cool. Like you would get an additional totem if you selected it, or like you would have a fire totem summoned if you killed a bunch of enemies within a certain time. I don't know. I just feel like they could have done a little bit more with that, and I think it'd be a really cool concept. But nonetheless, that's the mechanic with the it's called the Pantheon. It was introduced. Oh gosh, I don't remember what patch it was, but it's a cool feature, and I really, really do like it. And plus, this artwork on it looks really cool. And you see Sin over here, which is like I call him bootleg Tyrael. But anyways, that's gonna be a good closure to us. We just defeated Tukohama, and I like how we can just see him just hanging out here in the background of our Path of Exile fully guided playthrough. But thanks for tuning in. The next one will be out very soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.